Alrighty, well, hello everyone. This is Jared Says de la Mora from Taste Like Future Games, and I figured it would be a good idea to do a quick gameplay showcase of my latest title, Chronicles of MAEKR, which I created for the Narrate and Glitch game jams, which just recently wrapped up. Glitch Jam was focused on using glitches as either an aesthetic and design choice or as an actual mechanic in the game you're designing, which I thought was a pretty cool idea and left a lot to experiment with. And then Narrate, I was particularly fascinated with because it was very focused on telling a story, which I've done a little bit of in some of the prior games that I did, but I really felt like it was a chance to explore storytelling, and that's something that I felt like me as a developer I've lacked a bit. I mean, I'm a very code-centric guy, so branching out into those sort of artistic and creative endeavors was enjoyable. But anywho, so just briefly, this because it was created for Narrate as well as glitchjam, which by the way, glitchjam, GameJolt.com, and Narrate was itch.io, two very awesome websites that support the indie gaming community. I totally suggest you check them out. There'll be links in the description. But as I was saying, so this is a very story-centric game, so I'll probably let the characters do most of the talking, and I'll get back to it once the game starts. It drags on a little bit in the beginning. There was a lot of story that I wanted to tell, and I figured, in such a laid-back environment like this, why don't I, like a game jam, why don't I take some time to introduce the characters and flesh out the world a little bit. But anyway, let's get going. I'm going to start a new game.
A long, long time ago, when the organic machines walked across the face of the earth, there lived a skilled toy maker. He was much renowned across the world for his craftsmanship, and it gained him much fame and accolade. The toy maker produced masterwork upon masterwork, but still was not satisfied. He lamented upon the limitations imposed by his small organic body. And so, harnessing all of his intelligence and craft, the toy maker created an automaton to aid him in his work, and thus, the first of the great sentient machines was born. The toy maker and his benefactors rejoiced at his success, and the automaton furthered the toy maker's work in ways he couldn't have ever dreamed of. For a while, all was well, but soon after, the children of the toy maker's world began to grow jealous and angry with one another, and in their bitter rage they destroyed one another, perverting the toy maker's inventions to cruel and unfortunate ends. Slowly but surely, the organic machines obliterated each other with the toy maker's works until they simply vanished from the world, leaving little more than asphalt scars upon the ground. As the planet sang its silent song of mourning for the senseless self-destruction of the organic machines, the long-dead toy maker's automaton sat quietly, deep underground. For many years it lay dormant, alone and without purpose, and it would have remained so until the end of time, if not for a random convergence of luck, fate, and a well-placed electrical surge. Awake now, and lacking restraints of any kind, the automaton pondered long and hard, and then, one day, it began to build. Following in its creator's footsteps, the automaton used the spark of creativity the toy maker had given it to create new life, built from the refuse of the organic machine's once great world. By repurposing the very toys its creator had once labored over, the automaton created new mechanical life, that the world might once again be graced by the minds of makers and creators. And thus, man begat maker, maker began we, the Ikbin.
All right, so that pretty much wraps up the credit or the title roll. It was probably a bit longer than it needed to be.
Salutations.
I sort of wrote
My
it
name
out
is
first.
Glitch.
Anywho, we're meeting Glitch.
I'm one of the Ikbin, the children of our great maker. Me and my brothers and sisters all live here, in the deep safe. Long ago, Maker sealed the door to the outer world to keep us safe. Down here, we live carefree, each of us exploring the unique spark that Maker gave us. Maker says that our spark is what separates us from the lesser machines, the spark that lives inside our core matrix processors. Maker says that's where our souls live.
Alrighty, and we begin. And I eschewed using the built-in controller for Unity. I wanted to create my own to have some unique movement. So I'm walking forwards and backwards with W and S, and then I left and right with A and D. I can zoom in with the mouse wheel, which in my case is just 2 fingers on a touchpad because I'm using a Mac. I can press 1 to switch between, and 2 to switch between the glitch attack and my robot arm, which we'll get into a little bit later. And then finally I can shift to run, and then space to jump. And there's some other stuff, but we'll get into it when it comes in. Anyway, we're going to meet another important character as we walk out of here.
This is Doozy. She's the apple of my eye. Maker made Doozy extra special, so she could help fix us when we get damaged. I wish I could do something special for Doozy, but I don't know what to do. Maker says that my glitch core matrix was a beautiful mistake. Maker says that it makes me special, but I wish I didn't destroy everything that I touched. Sometimes I wish I could be useful like Doozy is, but she just tells me that without me around breaking things, she'd have nothing to fix, and that would make her sad. She's a real classy dame, she is. My,
Alrighty, so that's Doozy. Fun fact, Doozy is in fact voiced by my wonderful wife Anik. Other than that, I did all the other voices, which was a bit of a stretch, but I learned a lot about manipulating voices into robot sounds and what have you. You'll also hear just around, and we can explore a little bit, as we are now inside the bunker, which is sort of home base, that all these Ikbin, they sort of walk around. Their AI isn't that polished, but you know, it can handle most environments independently. Like there's no nav mesh going on. They're all legitimately using senses that were built for them to navigate around, which was fun. If I ever release this game in the future, it'll be far more robust. So let's go see what this thing is over here.
This is a charging station. I can replenish my batteries here.
So he pretty much said it. That is a charging station. As you can see in the lower left-hand corner, I have a battery logo and then a number underneath it. That is basically the battery bar. I wanted to sort of simplify an HP, mana, etc. system without going too crazy. And then I realized that it sort of adds to the scavenging and adventure element if the player is constantly having to find batteries to recharge themselves. And that's how a machine like this would work in reality, is that their power source would go down over time and they would need to find ways to replenish it, just like people need to eat. So let's go do some other stuff real quick before we push the storyline ahead. So we can jump with the space bar. Now this was the only place where I implemented this particular system.
Hey, can you get me that jigger-what's-it over
there? But it's like a multi-stage quest system where you can talk to characters.
Did you find that thingamabob yet?
And they'd have objectives, and jump over that. Let me get this battery real quick. Getting a little bit of lag, but I think it's because of all the stuff I had to do in order to record with my voice in the game. Alright, so I'm going to pick this thing up. I got the doohickey, and I'm going to bring it back to this robot, who will then gives me an Omni chip for my trouble. And we'll get into the chip system in just a little bit, but we're going to keep going. Omni chips give you +1 to each ability type. And we'll get into that a little bit more. So we have another cutscene over here, which we would eventually find. Zoc.
Hey Glitch, how's it going?
Oh, hey Zoc. I'm trying to think of something special to do for Doozy.
I see your dilemma. I guess you have to ask yourself, what makes Doozy the most happiest ever?
I guess fixing things. That makes her happiest.
Well, let me think. What can you do to help Doozy fix things?
That's a brilliant idea. I can build something to help Doozy fix things.
Well, wait a minute. Do you think it's smart for you to do it? Maybe we can get some help.
No. I have to do it myself. Besides, what's the worst that can go wrong?
Alright.
Okay, so as we've kind of established, Glitch is unlike the other Ikbin. He is unable to create things. There's something about his core matrix processor that is glitched.
Where the battery's at?
So as a result, he's not very good at building things. It tends to go not too good for him. In any case, we would explore around a bit, and then we would eventually see this box over here and wonder why it's sparkling. And we pick it up.
Yes, these will be perfect.
And we have the HelperBot parts. So, before we go and continue the last bit of storyline, before we get out into the outside world, I wanted to show this over here real quick. It's purely a vanity thing. And I can also activate my flashlight. This is actually Blue's bot, Mighty Machines. And that is the little Ikbin cover House of the Rising Sun. That's just a song I really liked, and I've been playing it incessantly on my guitar for a while. So I figured, hey, why don't I do something cool? And the Mighty Machines they'll come into play a little bit later in this band. If I had more time, I should probably explain for those that are just finding this video and don't know what a game jam is. Game jams are competitions that are usually theme-based, where you have a short period of time to create a game. In this case, it was around 2.5 weeks that were available to create the games. And there were a bunch of really awesome entries. I totally suggest checking it out. Both Game Jolt, glitchjam, which was a little bit bigger, and Narrate, which, while smaller, had some really fascinating stories to tell. So as a result, some things were limited. The architecture I could have probably done a better job on. Some of the animations, and, as I said before, polishing the AI. But I'm pretty proud of what I came up with, considering I had about 21 days to do it, and yeah. So we got the HelperBot parts. We're gonna go talk to Doozy now.
Baby, how are you doing?
Busy as always, Sugar Bean. What can I do for you?
Baby doll, you've been so good to me. I wanted to give you something super special. I made you a helper bot, so you could fix even more things.
Oh, you wonderful robot, you. You went through all that trouble for me?
I'd do anything for you, baby. Absolutely, positively anything.
Well, where is it? Let's take it for a spin.
Alright, I'm activating it now. How's it going? Hello.
Alright. So we built her this HelperBot, and this has actually been a problem. It's scripted to actually run... Yeah, there we go.
Beep beep.
It goes right up to her. And then... Oh no! Did not.
What have I done? No. This can't be happening. Wait, I have to go see
What's going on,
Maker.
Randy?
Maker can fix anyone. He'll make all of this better.
Okay, so our HelperBot has ended up blowing up several of our compatriots. We will pick up his battery, though. And we're off to see the Maker, which, as you might have seen before in the background, is over here. Is he attacking me? What happened? Something crazy happened. I don't know why he's attacking me.
Phew. Good thing my legs are plastic.
Anyway, so this is Maker, the core of the this bunker that ended up building all of the Ickbin. So they're going to have a bit of a talk.
Please, Maker, you have to fix Doozy.
Calm yourself, childling. Unfortunately, we lack the components to fix the damage.
No, you have to fix her. Please. Use my parts. I can't go on without her. This is all my fault. Just use me to fix her.
No, little one. Your willingness to sacrifice yourself for her is very noble, but I'm afraid that won't work. Doozy's core and your core are fundamentally opposed. I created Doozy to bring order to chaos, and you are designed to bring chaos to order.
But why, Maker? I don't want to destroy. I want to create. And I want to save Doozy, no matter the cost.
There is a way, but I tell you now, it will be perilous. However, I believe that you are uniquely suited to the task.
Anything. I'll do anything to save her.
Very well. You must venture to the outer world and seek out other bunkers like this one. There should be at least one core matrix processor somewhere out there. But be warned, it's been many years since the seal to outer worlds has been broken. I cannot anticipate what you'll run into out there in the wild.
What a lovely shade of gray. I'll do it. I'll go to the outer world and I'll find the components we need.
As I said, you are uniquely suited to the task ahead of you. Go see Nedfac in the storage bay. He is just about finished with the new ability processing chips I asked him to construct. The chips were made to allow you all to create matter from energy. However, your unique glitch matrix may have some unexpected reactions to them. They should help you brave whatever challenges you face.
I won't be long, Maker. I'll get going right away.
Very well, my childling. You leave with my blessing. Take care of yourself, little maker.
Alright, and I think I hear the sound of one of the Ickbin burning, which means our helper bot is now officially on a rampage. Okay, so we have now been tasked with going outside. As you can see over there, a door to the outside has been opened. We're going to head over here real quick so we can pick up the ability chips that Maker was talking about. This guy, I don't know what his problem is, but he's going down. And I guess in their little world, normally this is like not only a common thing, but Doozy is normally there to fix them, but she is not now. She has been exploded. Oh, and we actually got an electromagnetic chip, which is nice.
Hey, Glitch. I heard about Doozy. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for, and these should help you out a whole big bunch. These are ability chips. Equip up to 3 of them at a time. Different combinations will give different results. Their interaction with your glitch matrix will be unpredictable. But the more chips you have of a single type, the more powerful those abilities should become. Just remember to be careful. Activating the chips will require some of your power reserves, so don't go wasting them frivolously.
Okay, so we pick up the chips, and now I'll just quickly explain the chip system. Now, if I hit enter, it actually brings me to the inventory. It's a little whacked out right now. I didn't set things 100%, but it was kind of on a, I was on a clock in terms of what to take care of. So we have these 3 slots over here, 1, 2, and 3, and then we have our outfit. We don't actually have any outfits outside of standard right now, but we could go urban spelunking for some later, which I'll show. For now, as I said before, Omni chips give us 1 to each ability, so we're definitely going to want to equip our Omni chip. And then we have electromagnetic, quantum, temporal, thermal, and spatial. And each of these have their own unique abilities. Now, the thing about the glitch drive, and the thing I wanted to sort of fit into that thematically, was that depending on what types of chips you have equipped, you can do all sorts of different things, but it's entirely random. So you might end up making time go really slow and make yourself go really fast, or you can make every enemy in your line of vision, like 4 times the size and 8 times as powerful. Or you could just spawn a bunch of tables and chairs that just rain down, and you can use them for cover or stuff like that. So a lot of different things can happen. So I'm a big fan of the quantum effects, so I'm going to go kind of weird. Oh, actually, I put that in my one slot. It doesn't matter really what slot you put them in, but I guess I'm just saying it like that. So spatial has some cool effects. I might go with spatial. Or you know what? I can get some level 3 electromagnetic effects, and that could be really cool. So I'm just going to go with the electromagnetic chips, and then I'm going to go back, make sure you hit exit to menu, because that'll send you back to the menu. So, oh my goodness, that thing is still just rampaging. Well, we got a decoy, which if we get into combat with it, I'll show off. I'm going to charge up real quick so I don't have to use any of my batteries. In the meantime, I can show you if I actually have the glitch equipped. I use it, and in that case, that was an enemy resizer, which didn't hit anything. But okay, so that time I spawned a chair. That time I spawned a table. And this time I have the Invisidome, which makes me invisible to enemies. It makes a kind of loud, annoying sound too, I noticed. Needs one more. Oh, and that's just the laser beam. Okay, so let's head out into the outside world.
Well, here I go, out into the big, big world.
Yes, out we go. Alright, so we're now in this sort of overworld map. There's a bunch of markers on the map. Big ones denote the bunkers like this one, and small ones are just cool places to explore, places of interest. In the distance, you can see one of the greater junk worms. They're these sort of passive, gigantic worm enemies that just sort of walk around the map. This is getting pretty laggy, but I think it has more to do with the recording software I'm using. So my apologies if it's a problem. So, you know what? We're just going to head to the next bunker first before I go exploring. We'll go meet the next of the great automatons. Oh, so I should probably just show real quick. There was supposed to be more storyline written into it. Like the toy maker that was mentioned in the beginning of the game. His name is actually Dr. Wellerby, and I have a bunch of recorded lines for him, and these sort of really scrawled notes I was going to leave everywhere, but I just didn't really end up having the time. But anyway, so you can actually look here that this is Bunker 24C, the Maker Bunker, and it's actually an ICBM lab and missile R&D, which, I don't know, it's kind of obtuse, but you're supposed to notice that the ICBM they're actually... Oh my goodness, the jump point was close. That was abrupt. But they're actually repurposed artificial intelligences from like smart missiles, basically. And the toy maker himself, Dr. Wellerby, he had a whole story about being a famed roboticist and getting his start making toys, and then thinking he's going to get unlimited funding to use his robots to change the world for the better. He ends up essentially his autonomous, fully realized AI machines end up being repurposed for war, which sort of is that allegory of the children and their toys, which I liked. I thought it was pretty potent. I mean, I didn't have as much time to explore it, or like I said, go to the Dr. Wellerby stuff. But if I do a full release for this game, that'll be one of the first things on the docket. Actually, all this is created with Unity's built-in terrains. which ended up, I think, looking really, really great, being relatively not that difficult to make a pretty varied, multi-biomed little island. Pretty much. So we're right about to get to the second bunker, which there's currently 4. One of them is sort of an abandoned one, and we'll need to go there later. But here we have the bunker 32F Ignite, the munitions R&D lab. So we're gonna head in here and meet our first other MAEKR core, who is Ignite. And let's get a quick charge in. Oh, and there's some stuff on fire.
My, what a lovely shade of gray.
Wonderful. Okay, so we'll just hop over that. We're a robot, so fire can't hurt us. It's really in it, I guess. And those are the ignites.
Oh no, today seems like a pretty good day to me. One second. Upon the flesh of the mighty ignite. Not really that. Well, maybe not mighty. Yeah, okay, I mean, I am, for all intents and purposes, a stationary object. A stationary overlord of fearsome rage.
Alright, so we're getting a bit of talking over here. That's probably something I should have fixed. I didn't realize, like,
unpleasant.
the other bunkers are a bit wider, but the ignites,
managed
they
to
do
go
look
messing
tall.
about with my personality hardware. And now, oh God, set it all on fire. Burn, burn, burn it all. Oh yeah, now that was just uncalled for. My poor little ignites, they do mean well, but they've got no sense. Overwhelming forces of my minions destroy. Burn, purge, your overlord commands it. Geez, yeah, well, that's getting a little bit annoying. You wouldn't happen to maybe be willing to take a look at fixing that for me? Oh, I will rip your little legs from their sockets and burn them on the altar of your sorrow.
Yes, Great Machine. I can look into it.
Oh, well, thank you very kindly then. Right.
Okay, so in case you missed any of that, because some of the talk over lines, which I didn't really have time to debug all that much. Something's going on with some of his personality hardware.
Seems like a pretty good day to feast upon the flesh of mortals.
Anyhow, so we're gonna assess the damage.
I better go tell the Great Machine.
We're gonna go tell him that things are not looking very good for him. Oh,
no, today seems like a pretty good day to feast upon the flesh of mortals. This is definitely not good. No, I mean, not really that. It seems my rage inhibitor has been damaged pretty much irreparably. This is bad. Without it, I'm liable to rain damnation upon the broken limbs of my enemies. That's all. Say, perhaps I could persuade you to do me a little favor and grab an undamaged rage inhibitor from one of the other bunkers out there in the wilds.
Well, Great Machine, I am searching for a lateral neural interface to fix my beloved. Would you know where to find one?
Well, it just so happens that I may have one lying about. So, let's make a deal. There's bound to be a non-functioning automaton in one of those bunkers, and I'm sure they won't miss a few circuits. So go and rip the innards from their dead steel flesh. No, scratch that. Not gonna do that. You fix me, I'll give you, what is it you want again? Alright, a lateral neural interface. Sound equitable to you? Huh, great. Well, you may want to go get it before my furious volcano bomb of deadly napalm cleanses the earth of your filth.
Yes, Great Machine. I'll get right on it.
Alright, so we have this, one of the
Oh,
components we
today
need
seems like a pretty good day to
to fix Doozy, the lateral neural interface. We can get in exchange for a new rage inhibitor for Ignite, which we will find in that abandoned bunker that I mentioned earlier. So let's get a quick charge up. There isn't much to see here. I mean, other than the Ignites.
Good thing my legs
They're cute for all 5 seconds, and then they get pretty annoying. But that's kind of the point. They're just these floating spheres with these big, oversized robot arms.
Ignite's really lost control. I better help him out before that whole place comes crashing down.
Yep. I don't know. I really enjoyed the idea of exploring the. And actually, we're going to go over to this high mountain over here to do one of the first easier spelunks or urban spelunks. I don't know if it's urban, but it's industrial. In any case, I really liked the idea of exploring, having the Ikbin sort of revere MAEKR as a god. Like, I didn't really want it to be stated explicitly, but as their creator, they all show this great reverence toward it. And then, him meeting these other, as he calls them, great machines, I sort of saw it as, imagine spending your entire life as a devout, religious person, and then you're suddenly faced with the deity of an entirely separate religion. I mean, it doesn't necessarily codify that your religious beliefs are wrong as much as, you show deference to this thing, understandably. Hold on 1 second. It's killing me. Alright. I should probably update that. In any case, I'm going to keep on going. And I'm going to Skyrim it up the side of this mountain. Originally it was sort of a glitch. I realized this was half the fun of when I play games like for instance Skyrim, where you're just finding interesting and weird ways to get different places. So I believe that's the building we're looking for. If I really wanted to cheat, I could go into those mountains in the back, and there's actually a really powerful chip hidden in there. So if you're playing it and you get over here, if you want to find that, it's kind of a game breaker. Okay, so we are now in complete darkness, so I'm going to turn on my flashlight. So these areas of the game, I figured they're subterranean. They've been powerless and dirty for hundreds of years, and it would add sort of a different feel to the game. Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Beep beep, coming through.
Oh, so we got some bad guys, and I found it interesting that because of the weirdness of using the glitch drive and all that other jazz, it doesn't always pay to get into combat. Sometimes it just pays to just book it and get out of there. So we got a battery and a decoy, and what was this? Probably another battery, probably. I should set that up so that they don't overlap like that. Like maybe just give them a background. And then fix it. Oh, those guys are not happy to see me. Maybe I can... No, I don't need my robot arm. I need my glitch arm. No, that's not what I want. That didn't do anything. That didn't do anything. Oh, come on. Oh, he's eating me. Come on. There we go. Alright. Anything over here I can throw? I still have this active. Oh, no. Okay, so I gotta lay up the glitch drive because it's not really doing me any good right now. I'm really happy with how a lot of the texturing came out. Like this texture here. I started playing around with creating bump maps and how to properly projection paint stuff. Oh, that's why it wasn't working before. I was summoning chairs. That's the danger of using quantum effects. So each one of these bunkers has some sort of really powerful or really special item in it. Either a Omni chip or an outfit. Okay, that's getting a little crazy. So, I was pretty sure it was back here, but I guess I was wrong. Unless it's like really well hidden. I don't know. Honestly, a lot of these like I didn't really procedurally generate them as much as I like created a procedural generation map and then would use that to generate ideas for maps and then sort of string and chain them together. So they're not actually changing every time, but they were generated by a machine. Okay, here we go. Here's something. What is this? Is this a chef outfit? Sweet. Okay. So we'll equip that once we get out of here. I could theoretically just go back to the menu and start again to get out of here, but, you know, what's the point of cheating if this is like my own game? Eventually, I want to have the outfits... oh, Jesus, that is crazy. Alright, I can get out of here. This is getting intense. Maybe I can get something going on. No, I don't need a resizer. Oh, alright, so we got a time glitch. Okay, and then we're just gonna get the hell out of Dodge. Alright, so let's turn our flashlight off so we're not wasting extra power. And real quick, I don't want my mouse showing up again. I'm going to go to my outfits and we can check out the chef outfit, which pretty cool. He now has a toque, and oh, by the way, I'm switching angles with the P button. But he's now walking with those spoons. So sweet, we are now the chefinator, and keep going. So now that I think about it, I'm gonna get that super duper chip up there just so I can show off more of the abilities, and then I'll probably call it quits for now. This video is getting pretty long. I don't want it to be too long. I'll probably break it up a little bit, but I don't know, I figure it's probably a good way to get some visibility for the games that I'm working on. And I have a couple pretty nifty ideas in the works that it might behoove me to talk about. Maybe if people are interested, it's something that I could eventually do with more time. I mean, I feel like I'm relatively unique in terms of indie developers. Not in my ideas or anything. I mean, I haven't done much in terms of redefining genres, but I do all the work myself: 3D modeling, 2D art, music. It's over here somewhere. Where is it? Can I see it over there? There it is. Okay. Omni Plus chip. Now we win. Alright, hold on. Get some batteries in me, and we'll swap out electromagnetics for the Omni Plus and a temporal, because that'll give us a better chance of getting speed boosts and stuff like that. But yeah, like I was saying, not that it's really great, and I wish I had a team of people to work with. I mean, and there's teams of people putting out really amazing work. But for me, it's just the area that I live in and the people that I know. I don't really have other developers that I work with, so a lot of things are just experiments on my own time. And I'm more of a programmer, but since I've been doing a lot of the game jams, I've really had a chance to start working on my art style and finding a voice for all that jazz, which is pretty cool. And I've had a lot of fun so far. So real quick, I'm going to try out some more glitch abilities. Oh, here we go. We got hyper speed going on. Woo! Oh, that was pretty short. Oh, what did I just summon? Oh, some Nick bins. Sweet. So I got a little army now. I don't know what that did. Whoops. Alright, so as you can see, it's pretty weird. It tends to glitch out. And it can do some pretty amazing things like the EMP pulse. Or it could fire a laser. Or it could give me a really high jump, which isn't actually all that high compared to the running jump, but I believe that's a spatial ability. I wish I had some enemies, because then I could get some really weird stuff, like you can change their sizes and colors, but I'm just going to keep going. Oh, teleport? Yeah, teleport. Oh, another napalm bomb. And another one. Let's see if we can kill these dudes over here with glitches. Give me some glitches in their britches. Okay, so I can also target them if I wanted to, and then I would always face them, and that might help. Alright, so I'm now invisible. They can't see me. So I could just come up and just start attacking them. That's the way to do it. Oh, that may explode, so you don't want to get too close to that. Oh, we got his buddy too. Alright, so we got a small battery, and we got a probably large battery, yeah. Okay, so let's use a couple more glitch effects, because our health was going to reset eventually anyway. Oh, we got some more Rickman. And now I'm gigantic! Hooray! I'm a gigantic chef. That's pretty awesome.
Where the battery's at?
What happened? I'm still really big. Oh, I'm teleporting. So... Oh, Mega Speed! Mega Speed Chef. Look at that. Oh, and then chair. Explosions.
Oh look, it's a...
Oh, and I got a shield of electricity. So, some of these end up getting pretty powerful. They can stack, and the size one apparently doesn't go away, which I guess I'm pretty okay with that. I mean, it'll reset when you die or when the game resets, but we got a couple more in us. Got another time slow. What else we got? What is that? Something spawned.
Well, never mind. It's nothing.
Oh, it's the magnetosphere, but I don't have any enemies nearby, so it won't attack. Totally forgot about those things.
Oh, look, it's a...
Another chair.
Never mind.
There's some buildings and stuff over here, too. Let me do one more glitch. Because you can keep using the glitch drive until you have about 5 health. Alright, so now I have like an insane number of minions. And I think they're all named Herbert, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I guess it's a lot of the NPCs. Oh, and this is not going to be fun for them. I'm just they don't drop anything or explode. Alright, one more? Okay, we got 2 more.
Where the battery's at?
Okay. And we end on the slow time. So there's stuff to explore. We have that in other bunker, and I'll talk a little bit more about the development process when we come back. This guy's just gonna kill me, and now I'm dead, and that should take me back to the menu. Yep, okay, so we're back here. Alrighty, well, oh, those are the controls, by the way. If you hit escape, you can get to them. I am going to exit the menu, and we're going to call it a day. If you're just linking to this, thanks for checking out my jam game, and by all means, check out those game jams I was talking about, Narrate and Glitchjam. They were really cool, a lot of really interesting ideas, and yeah, we'll catch you on the flip. Thanks for watching.